Absolutely. I love being here because I get to stretch my feet out and relax. And sometimes the subjects could be little more passionate than others. But for the most part, it's something that you could enjoy and we can have a conversation about. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Painful Excellence Podcast. And I think Mondays I'm going to focus on the men. So I'm just going to call this one Man Up. Man Up Mondays. Because we have to do some self-checking. I mean, it's real easy to point the finger and point out what women are doing wrong. But can't point the finger at women, when you got some weird stuff going on in your life that's not making you, or you're prohibiting yourself from being the best version of yourself. You got to watch these brothers, and that's the problem with some spaces. You'll have men that have legit gripes with the opposite sex, but if you knew some of these brothers in the chat, I'm not saying all of them, but there's a chance that we're online. There's a lot of people you don't know needs personal help, but they'll find a space where they feel it's just I could come here to dump on women because women are just rejecting me all over the place. No, the fact is, it's a possibility you might be getting rejected because of something you're doing. So I'm not focusing on the women that are making poor choices. I'm not focusing on the women that they have such high standards, but they're low caliber of person. I want to focus on men on Mondays. What could we do to be the best versions of ourselves? It's called being accountable. So let's do this roll call real quick. Philip D. Redden, the Pet Packs in the building. Salute, man. No doubt, good brother. I appreciate you, man. Much love, yo. The beautiful love is the word. Salute. Soul Power. Gained Up Kennels in the building. Andrew 100, the African Golden Child. Salute. My brother, Eric Jordan. Always supporting. My brother, Steve L. the Mac. Y'all always all support, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Steve L. the Mac. My brother, Shogun. Night Train. Rod Neal. The Quiet Storm. Salute, man. I appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. Derek Gaines, the legend. No doubt, man. The Village brother in the building. Salute. D. Marco, my brother. What's going on, man? Stormy B, man. Great show. If y'all missed it, go to Stormy's channel. We always nerd out over there. We was talking about the first Avengers film. Replay gang, go over there and take a look at that video, man. If you love those cartoon movies, those comic book to life movies, that's where you want to go, man. Salute, man. DeMarco, what's good? GB Lifetime Videos, man. What's going on, good brother? Jay Nelson, what's good? 704 Joe. Anthony Bolton, salute. DS in the building. Salute, man. Smash the like button. Let's get started. I found this picture and it looks wonderful. It looks wonderful. And I'm going to go down some things, in no particular order. I'm going to go down some things that I feel should be second nature when you reach a certain age. Usually these are things that your father tells you, or your parent or guardian, your uncle or whatever. They tell you as you get older, you're supposed to behave a certain way. Because when you behave a certain way and look a certain way, you demand people receive you different. They receive you different. And Phenomenal Mexican, salute. What do I mean by that? You walk into a store, dressed like any one of these brothers right here. Usually, you'll be received better. Now, I don't want to get too technical with this because I know where a lot of people will go, oh, well, if you're black, you walk into a store. Look, I get all of that. Leave racism out of this for a second. Leave racism out of this. If you're a store owner and you're just selling clothes or whatever, and any one of these brothers walk in and they're just looking around, just, and then right behind any one of these gentlemen, in walks the guy with pants sagging, the do-rag on the head. It's like, uh-oh. One person looks like they don't have money. The other person looks like he's, just off the street. Now, keep it simple here. Don't start adding to it. Well, the guy with the do-rag could be a famous rapper. Look, we all know all that. But y'all get my point. You get my point. Tell y'all a little something that happened to me today. Let me read the super chat real quick, man. My brother Growth in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, can't stay long, but there's two for the love, man. Salute to you, good brother. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Growth. My brother Kofa in the building. Ryan Rice, salute, good brother. My brother Quiet Storm in that super chat, much love. He said, support black male media. Yes, absolutely. All we got is us. For real. My brother Dr. Mark. I hope y'all subscribe to Dr. Mark. He gives great daily words and he's always sharp. Always sharp. Always sharp. No smoke in the building. Salute. So let me tell you what happened today. Today, I'm off from work and got up this morning. I did my boxing show and I recorded a video and go outside. I go to the gym, right? The Mitchell show was good. So I'm going to the gym. This is what I wore to the gym. To be honest, my day turned into something else because, I started running errands and ended up being out longer than I needed to be. When I came in, I literally sat down and did Stormy's show, and now I'm here. So I didn't really change. My gym is in a mall, and I was walking through JCPenney, and I noticed the two guys in front of me. You walk through the cologne and jewelry and perfume section. They ran up to those guys and they were just dressed casual. Hey, can I offer you this? And they were like, no. And I'm walking through here with my jogger pants on, this shirt, and I had my do-rag on because I wear my do-rag when I work out so the sweat don't get in my eyes. And I didn't get a second look. And I said, wow, I noticed that. I noticed it. No one approached me to sell me anything. Now I couldn't say, yeah, man, I make 6 figures a year. I probably got more money in my savings account than any one of those two guys. I don't know. I might have been looking to purchase some cologne or some perfume for the wife or something, jewelry. Nobody ran up to me. Now, I just noticed it. It's something that I noticed. And, you could say that that's their bad. But if you had to make a choice and you're going to say, well, who do I think is going to make the sale? The dude in the camouflage shirt or that guy with the khakis and the shoes on with the button up? You understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't mad. I just noticed it. And I said, that's, yeah, love is the word. I was coming from the gym. You know what I mean? I was coming from the gym. And Josh, Melvin Harris, salute. Mark Wunderlich in the building. I didn't get offended, but I understood. I said, look at that. It's little things like that. So when I go out just to, like, let's say I'm going out with some friends and they say, yo, look, you want to, I don't know, go hit up Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't eat anything in there, but maybe some French fries and maybe I get a drink, non-alcoholic, or, go to Yard House or whatever. when we just go out, I don't do this. I'm throwing some jeans, maybe some shoes or some Air Force Ones and a button up. You know, I'm an older fella now. I'll dress like this when I'm, going out to do something athletic, or if I'm going to the store real quick. But I'm going to cover some pointers. I appreciate that, Quiet Storm. And I promise y'all, this month I'm going to have some material on Bear Cave. I promise y'all. I already got some stuff lined up. I got some pointers that I think us as men, these are things we should cover, especially as we get older, because there's certain things that we kind of like get stuck. Y'all ever, listen, every day y'all might see it where you live. The older fella knocking on 50, who's dressed like it's 1990. He got the baggy jeans with the rips in it. Now, don't get me wrong. I got some jeans with rips in it, but the way I rock it, it's still tasteful. But I'm talking about the baggy super jeans with the rips in it, and it's sagging below his ass. And he got an oversized football or baseball jersey, and he got the do-rag on. But you look at him in the face, he looks like Flavor Flav. And he got on sunglasses and he's bopping through your hood. And it's like, that nigga's at least 50. Why is he dressed like he's 18? Fellas, don't do that. What Kofi say? I want to talk Ninja Turtles on. Oh, yeah, we're going to, brother. That's the channel you want. Yo, listen. We're going to nerd out over there. That's right, Quiet Storm. Your image matters. I've seen dudes like that. It's cringe. It's like, I know that nigga. There's a dude that used to live around my way that looked like Flavor Flav. He's always out there. I don't know where exactly he lives. He's not, Xavier, what up? He's not like homeless or nothing, but he lives somewhere around here. Joe Townsend in the building. He lives somewhere around here. And he's always out talking to the young cats. And he knows all their lingo. But I know he's at least my age or older. I'm like, why is this nigga dressed like that? It looks funny. From behind walking, you think it's a young kid. When you walk past him and he's cool. I'm like, yo, what up, man? He's like, yo, what up, man? I'm like, bro. It's weird. It's weird. So I just, these are just some random things. I wrote them down. These are things that we should just know as we get older. Because like Quiet Storm reiterated, Kevin Samuels said he was really big on image, and image matters. Image matters. So let's go down some things. Education. Whether you're pursuing a doctorate or a trade, Picasso, salute. Whether you're going to school to become the best, whatever it is, or you're in a trade school, be the best at whatever it is. I don't care if you want to be the best janitor in your district. Woke, what's good, man? Be the best at it and stand firm on it and be proud of it. Electrician, it's a trade. A painter, that's a trade. Carpentry, and those are all things that people need. A barber, that's a trade. Excel at your craft, gentlemen. Excel at your craft and speak highly of it. Speak like it's the best thing in the world, because you know why? Anybody that clowns you for doing it, they can't do it. They can't do it. And I don't care. You listen, only people with broke mentalities will clown you and compare what they do to you. I mean, no men aren't supposed, they're not supposed to do that in comparison, because in a village, you're going to need electricians and carpenters and painters and barbers, you know, farmers, and, you know, I mean, these are things that we need. We're supposed to work with each other. I dare a brain surgeon to clown a dentist, because where's that brain surgeon going when he has a chipped tooth? Think about it. Come on now. Main Biker, salute. Main Biker in that super chat, he says, good evening, everyone, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love, man. Salute to you. These are things that should be second nature to us. You know, excel at your craft. If it's education, go for it. And you got to be focused on it. Be the best that you can be. All right, no distractions. When you're focused. Rashad, what up, man? How you feel? Whatever your education is, take it seriously. As long as it's legal. I got to put out that disclaimer, because you know how some dudes could be. If you're going to pursue your degree, man. Don't let nothing stop you. If you're going to pursue a trade, pursue that trade. Electricians, my God. I was talking to an electrician years ago, and he told me he's a part of a union or something. Jesus Christ. Come on. Dude, I didn't want to tell you what. I was like, what the fuck? And he studied that trade, and then he did an accelerated program, and then he was hired by the city, and I forgot where he was hired, but they were starting at 115,000, but he left that because he started his own business. And he was making, man, the dude was making like 500K. It was crazy. He was educating himself in the course of 5 years. So he was not only excelling in his trade, but he also learned how to run his own personal business. Look at that, Quiet Storm. Let me put that up. Healer, salute. Aerospace engineer here. Always work on your craft. Wanna know how hardcore that is? I don't even know what the hell that is, but it sounds very technical. And I'm pretty sure that he's needed, because whatever he's doing, I have no knowledge of it, but I bet you we need him. See what I mean? Oh, Main Biker, yeah, sometimes trade schools are way better than college, because college, you have a whole lot of debt. There's a lot of doctors that get into their craft, and unless whatever their craft is puts them in a position like plastic surgeons, from what I heard, and I can't confirm any of this, plastic surgeons, they don't remain in debt as long as basic doctors, because that's cosmetic surgery, and they let's just say they pay back those student loans at an accelerated rate. You know what I mean? Quiet Storm says, Drew, I build engines for aircraft and rock. Oh shit. Listen, man. This brother could give us a book and it'd be like reading Chinese. Like, what is this? Salute to you. We need engines for aircrafts and rockets to go in outer space. I'm sure we need that. Sheesh. Salute. Rashad says, I'm 37, Drew. Just went and got my CDL. Man, that's my trade, man. I love it. Bro, just graduated like a week ago. Yo, son. Let me tell you, that CDL, I got a CDL. It'll take you far. That CDL will take you far, man. Andrew 100, salute. He said, in the Black urban community, they'll make fun of you by calling you a square for working a 9 to 5 or going to college. Well, that's why it's imperative for you to remain focused on what you're doing, so you can quietly do what you need to do while being called a lame or whatever it is. And when you stack your bills after you get your gig, you quietly move away from the crabs in the barrel. While they're sleeping, you and you leave and don't look back. So education is very important, whether it's conventional education, you getting a degree, or a trade. I encourage both. Young Hollywood, salute. Yo, listen, cybersecurity, Joe Townsend, cybersecurity is a serious thing. It's a serious thing, man. Word up and congratulations, Rashad, man. That's big right there. That's real big. Cybersecurity, Mr. Shelton, salute. Cybersecurity is that's that thing. And a lot of these jobs, like cybersecurity, a lot of those jobs, you get really good at it and you find a company. You can legitimately work from your crib. You can travel, and all you need is your laptop, your phone, your tablet. You could be in Acapulco somewhere, and your boss hits you on the email. I need you to do this, this, and that, and then boop, 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 and you're good. Main biker says Heather does cybersecurity. Yeah, see, works from home every day. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, fellas, work on your craft. And you see what we're doing in the chat here? I bet you, listen, this is what social media is about. You're building relationships in a positive manner instead of online beefing. Picasso said, I went to automotive school. He was in college to be a nurse, military medical technician, a truck driver, jiu-jitsu instructor, and competitor, but I wanted to be a brain surgeon in the beginning. And listen, man, you can start out wanting to do one thing and end up doing something else because the route will be more sensible. Now, if you was pursuing brain surgery, you might have been in school a lot longer. You might have had a bigger student debt. But hey, man, I mean, listen. Now is the word. You more than welcome. You know, this information is information. But you know, I'm trying to help the fellas improve. You know, I want the fellas to improve because you know what? Here's why. No matter what the statistics say, we know that men are in a good place. Men are winning right now. But you still have women out here. I just saw something pop up in my algorithm from some girl. And it was complete. The title, it aggravated me. It said Kevin Samuels lied. And there's some chick with Kevin Samuels picture of him when he was, y'all saw the picture when he had a lot of hair and it was like in the 80s. And in the picture of him in the suit, and she's in the middle making a face like, and I'm like, okay, I already know what this is. Not interested. Didn't even click on it. Not interested. But I said, man, there's still women around here insisting that whatever they got going on that's not working out for them, it's our fault. And my thing is this, like how I said that came up, and although it annoyed me, I didn't click on it. I kind of wanted to say, yo, what is she talking about? But you know what? I said, wait, no. That's a waste of my time. It was like a 12-minute video or something. It's a waste of my time. I already know where it's going. I'm looking at it. If it was clickbait and she was saying the opposite, I would never know. I just said not interested. I'm not taking a chance. I'm not taking a chance. So there's still women looking to point the finger. And what the purpose of this show, purpose of what I'm going to do on Mondays is to remove any ammunition they have. And I want us to self-improve. So the first thing I said was education. Next thing I want to talk about is health. That's all right, Steve Elder Mac. There's a lot of people that are millionaires that never graduated high school. Bill Gates never graduated college. And there's something in your house that you're using online that he created. Go figure. So let's talk about health. I learned a few years ago that America has like the absolute worst diet in the damn world because we're so free. There is like things that they sell here that you cannot buy in any other country. Some of the cereal that you pour for your kids is not sold on the shelves in like the UK because of certain ingredients that you eat the cereal every day for the next 10 years, you're either going to get diabetes or cancer. That's the trade-off. You know, I stopped eating cereal for like 3 years. Yo, listen, when you educate yourself on what we're consuming here, it'll scare you. It really will. See, that's what I'm saying, Steve L. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Picasso. Lead by example. Lead by example. Watch what you consume, especially if you have kids. Your kids are watching you, y'all. Your kids are watching you. Watch what you consume. We can do a health show on its own. And you know what? I'll do that. I'll leave the health on its own. But you already know how I get down with that. Let's talk about something else, though. What are we doing for our mind? That's a part of our health, mental health, mind. Your mind. Mojave Nation Sports Podcast, salute. What are we doing to improve our minds? Men, I'm talking to you men. Be honest. When was the last time y'all read a book? Be honest. It's okay. Oh, you know what, Quiet Storm? I mentioned that to him a long time ago. And he was supposed to do a health show, I think. If he did it, I missed it. But I would love to talk to Media Man about health and wellness. Just to be on this panel. Jay Williams, what up? Exactly, Steve L. Your diet can affect your mind, believe it or not. Listen, I'm a firm believer of that. If a kid is growing up on sugary cereal and everything is sugar, it's gonna downplay their mind. I'm telling you. You see these kids, there's more ADD nowadays. They're quick to give us a pill, right? You know what you know how you cured ADD when I was coming up? An ass whooping. Thank you, Quiet Storm. I believe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. We have to exercise great mental health. Josh, salute. Which is why I'm not joking when I say this my boxing channel. After this Saturday, and I'm gonna get off of boxing. After this Saturday, what I thought was it was so proven. This Saturday, I said, you know what? I've been right the whole time, and I'm not doing this anymore. There's only a handful of fighters that I support, and I know why. What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to entertain the peanut gallery, the hater channels, and everything else, because I know what I know. If I'm talking about what I see, and then I got a bunch of haters making videos about my opinion, I'm winning. Just get my views up. That's all. I don't have to entertain that garbage, because after this Saturday, I know what I know. I'm not doing my live stream tomorrow. I actually have something to do in the morning, but I'm not going to miss it. Moving forward, when I do it in the morning, I'm doing it strictly for the people that care about what I have to say, that care about my opinion. But that's it. That's it. That's all it's all about. It's about the people that really, really appreciate my hard work. So I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for y'all. But I can't say that I love it anymore. No. This is more refreshing. This is more refreshing. It is. We're talking boxing, being that I know what I know. It's like, If the 5 fighters that I really support just said, you know what, we retire. Find something else to watch at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I ain't gonna be talking about nothing. I ain't even gonna clickbait you. It's real talk. But anyway, no show tomorrow morning, and no show Thursday morning, because I have a dentist appointment. Thursday morning I have a dentist appointment. But it's okay. I'll put out some videos. It's whatever. But what are we doing for our mental health? My brother Eric Jordan always supporting in that super chat. And I'm sorry I missed you this morning. I don't have the same screens up. It's, I gotta click the different windows. So it's like I ain't see it until I shut the damn thing down. My bad. Brother says Kevin Samuel was the person that motivated me to go into business for myself. I was afraid for a long time, but I wish that I started a lot sooner. And you see what I'm saying? You call it stepping out on faith, but no one's going to treat you as well as you're going to treat yourself. You know who you are. Mind of Mansa Musa, Ratchetness 91, salute. You know what I mean? And God rest the Godfather, man. But let me ask y'all a question. I asked y'all, what was the last book y'all read? When was the last time you read a book? How recent? And you know what? It's okay if you don't want to put it in the chat, but let me say this. To exercise your mind, I recommend, there are 12 months in a year. Try and read 2 to 3 books a year. Oh yeah, man, biker, and I got a lot more jump rope videos to upload, for real. I've been working. Kofa said 2 weeks ago, that's what's up. Here's why I say this. And the jumping rope and the exercising, listen, you exercise your body, you also exercise your mind. You fuel that with the food. Trust me, there are simple things that you can do to change yourself in 30 days. Your food intake. Eat clean. First of all, see your doctor. Find out what you're deficient in. All right. See a dietitian. I recommend Hard Body J. Timo. This is what he does for a living. All right. Get your blood work done. Send it to him. He'll put you on a program. And then if you want a good exercise regimen, but you don't have time to get to a gym or whatever, then you hit up Blu-ray Fitness. You can also reach out to him. He'll put you on an exercise program between diet with J. Timo. And this is just a plug. They didn't ask me to do this. But a lot of y'all can't make it to a gym, so it's okay. Blu-ray can put you on a home exercise program, and J. Timo will put you on a food plan. All right. You pay them for their time. All right. And you see, the promises that you make to yourself are the most important, because you got to look at yourself in the mirror. Men, you got to look at yourself in the mirror. If you don't like what you see in the mirror, that's fine. There's never too late to train. Healer, you can also hit up Healer. He'll train you from home, and he also has focus balls. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I had the goddamn commercial. StreamYard removed it, and I didn't remove it. That's all right, Healer. I'm gonna put it back, because I had the goddamn commercial on here. Speaking of self-wealth. He said after 48 Laws of Power, I'm reading Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's new book on The Moment I Get in the Mail. Yes. Okay. I've read The Master Key to Riches. I've read What Choice Do I Have by Mark Kelligman. I think that's the fella's name. Sheesh. What's the other? Those are the last two books I've read. Dr. Mark said I made my 100,000 as a sophomore in college, and I read a book last night. There you go. You gotta understand, when we say health, I'm talking about food intake. I'm talking about exercising your mind, exercising your body, and changing the way you dress. All of that is like a chain. Here's a guarantee, fellas. Here's a guarantee. Yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Wonderful book by Robert Kiyosaki. Listen to me. If you change what you eat, eating clean, all right? More fruits, more vegetables, more water intake. Keep your caloric intake 2,000. All right. And this is just simple. I'm not a dietitian. I'm telling you what I do. I already told you who to speak to in reference to that, though, the pros. But I'm telling you what I do. Caloric intake 2,000. All right. You get in some good cardio. If you got bad knees or whatever, you're a little old, just walk it out. All right. So that's food, that's exercise. There's 12 months in a year. Try and read 3 books a year. Try and read 3 books in a year. All right. And change the way you dress. When you leave in the house for longer and you're just not exercising, you're just going for a walk, you don't want to be in the house, don't throw on the jersey and the tennis shoes or the Jordans or whatever and be walking around outside. Look, throw on some crispy jeans. You can wear some Air Force Ones. You can dress casually while still wearing sneakers. You can. I like to wear shoes. You can have hard sole shoes or you can have the rubber sole shoes. But you know what I noticed when I first started doing that? And I told this before, but it bears repeating. Yeah, Village Brother, listen, I'm not trying to hit you guys, where it hurts or anything like that. Some people are dyslexic, and some of you are dyslexic. Yeah, Joe Townsend, your audiobooks are good. Yeah, Village Brother, yeah. Some of you are dyslexic, or some people just had problems reading. I don't mean you're retarded. Some people they see words different. I get it. Some of you probably didn't get the proper help in school, and I get it. That's when you have audiobooks. Take the time out, get off the YouTube. I appreciate the support. But everybody's not on YouTube all day, every day. Take an hour. Listen to your audiobooks. Read. I prefer to read because it strengthens your brain when you have to read and comprehend. Kane, what up, man? Yeah, this is what they do to me. But, it's all good. I appreciate you being here. He said, parable of a sour. Yeah. Wonder what that's about. Yeah, exactly, Josh. Try listening to audiobooks instead of listening to music in the car. Because what happens is subliminally, believe it or not, it'll change you for the better. It'll put you in a frame of mind. And I don't mean, Lord forgive me, but I don't mean nigger novels. Listen, what was the craze a few years ago? 57 Shades of Grey, whatever the fuck that was. Listen, man. I got a hold of the book and I read some of it. It is the most juvenile, stupid. It's stupid. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then the movie came out. No way in hell. Okay. Black chicks on my job was eating that shit up. And I said, oh my God. Oh my God. These are the don't look at me chicks. Reading that book, talking about, yeah, I need to get rocked like this. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. It's the most juvenile thing. Put down the nigga novels. Don't watch Soul Plane. If you have that on DVD or Blu-ray in your house, I'm gonna kick you down a flight of steps when I meet you. DP Rocker, salute. Find something that's self-helpful, and that it doesn't get something that it just touches the spectrum, not how to improve yourself. Black man, black woman. I'm telling you, put yourself in a different frame of mind. Write down some goals. Okay, this what I'm doing now. Let me see if I can get here within 12 months. Trust me, a year goes by fast. If you say, yo, look, I want to lose 50 pounds in a year, you can do it. Change the way you eat, get in some exercise, read, find out about your health. Little things that you can do to change yourself. Change the way you dress. I was about to tell you. I noticed I heard about that book, Phenomenal Mexican. Yeah. It's a lot of things I'm going to read. No doubt, Village Brother. Everything helps. Look, watch this. Yeah, I'm going to pick up Dennis Sperling's book too. Listen, I remember the first time I was going to a lounge. Coach, what up? I was going to a lounge. I was about 19. And I always looked a little older for my age. I was bigger than a lot of people. Jeff Spark, my brother, what up? So, yeah, Dr. Mark, that shit was trash. Eric H, what up? 30 Shades of Grey, whatever. I was like, this shit is trash. What the hell? So I was invited out, and my boy was meeting an older chick there. And he said, yo, listen, no jeans, no sneakers, and no jerseys. I said, oh, it's a snobby place. He says, no. He said, man, just wear some khakis. I know you got a church shirt somewhere. He said, man, just don't dress like how we on the block. I said, all right. I wasn't even driving at the time, so I put on a button up and I had a pair of khakis and some shoes. Got on a train. I didn't even feel comfortable because, you know, I was straight jeans and jerseys. And when I got there, I walked in and, you know, some older chicks, you know, oh, who's that? You know, and I walked up. And I noticed that my boy, how he greeted me was a little different. Normally like, yo, what up, nigga? Oh. He said, what up, E? And he dapped it up. I was like, so I was following his lead. He introduced me to Shorty, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And she shook my hand, and she introduced me to her friend, who turned out to be the older chick that I told y'all I was dealing with. I ended up, remember I told you I went out with her to the lounge, and she was in the 40 plus club, and her friends were talking about stocks, bonds, pensions, retirement, and where they want to move and building houses. And I'm sitting on the edge of the seat looking in the other direction like, God, please don't ask me anything. I was just watching Transformers before I came here, a rerun of Transformers. They told my retirement, and I was just watching cartoons before I brought my ass out. What? 8A Sports Talk, salute. I was like, ooh. But she, looking back, she told them what it was. Like, yo, I got this young dude I'm flipping off on, you know. He's a young nigga, just don't. I knew what it was. I'm like, watch one of these hating ass old niggas that want to slam with her just start asking me questions just to prove that I'm some sort of idiot. My only defense is to either leave or punch him in the face. dumb, just dumb. So you do understand, like my dress, my style of dress, I fit right in. And I'll sit down and I was talking with her. She's like, hey, so how you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm good. And she knew I was 19 or so. Said, are you in school? I'm like, yeah, a year and a half in college, whatever. What are you getting a degree? I said, I don't know. I'm just doing it. And she knew what time it was, but I noticed I was getting looks from older women. I was getting looks from older women. And by the way, when I was leaving the block, I was walking to the bus. Here go my boys. Dude, what you going to church? Where you going dressed like that? Shut up. You know what I mean? But I noticed that, and whenever we hung out downtown, that's how I dressed, and people were less intimidated by me. Women weren't clutching their purse. Women would look and give me a head nod. The white people in Manhattan weren't so scared of me. I fit right in. And I said, man, this is just dressing a little different did that. So I said, wait a minute, I'm in New York and people are still scared of me. All I got to do is change my appearance, because here's another thing. My appearance wasn't a direct reflection on how I behaved. But I looked like some nigga that did something somewhere in the city of New York. Something illegal. You know how many times I walk down the street and get tossed? You know what tossed is? Stop questioning fricks. We had a big problem with that in the 90s, the Giuliani era. Big problem. You know what my dad told me? He says, well, look, cops are racist, and I know what it is. I know what time it is, but you ever thought about taking a bandana off your head? I used to have all colors of bandanas. So you ever thought about not wearing a bandana? I used to have long dreads. You ever thought about cutting your hair? You ever thought about, not wearing those super giant baggy jeans that those kids walk around with hiding guns and narcotics in? You ever thought about that? You look like the majority. How about doing something different? And at first, when you're a teenager, it's unheard of. You're like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But, as you got older, it made sense. When you see the reaction that people give you. Time to grow up. Time to grow up. So now, let's talk about wealth. Money management. As an adult, now look, I'm not taking no shots at anybody. Some of you are family men. And men, you always have to have that rainy day money. Now, if you're a single man, and look, this is just me. You can talk to real financial experts. I am not a financial expert. I'm just telling you how I roll. You should have a year's worth of your bread in the bank to take care of yourself in case you lose your job, in case you hurt yourself and your comp don't get, y'all all know the game. Yo, I lost my, I can't work and I'm getting comp, but it hasn't kicked in yet. But meanwhile, the bills are piling up. If COVID ain't teach you anything about money management, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm telling you, at bare minimum, you know what your monthly expenses are. You should go at least $500 to $1,000 over that and have that in your savings account, your rainy day money for at least 1 year. And for those of us that live check to check, I know that sounds like a tall task, but there are little tricks that I'm not qualified to give you any financial advice. Paul Carrick, salute. I'm not qualified. There's people right here on YouTube that are good at that. I'm just telling you what I did. There are little things you can do, like, and this falls in with the reading. There are little things you can do to put money aside. A lot of people think they can't do it. You can. You can't do it. But if you really write down Y'all will be amazed how much money y'all spend on bullshit. And then you round it off at the end of the month, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm gonna spend $370 on bullshit. It doesn't dawn on you until you write it down. For those of you that have smoking habits too, whether it be marijuana or Newports, try not smoking for a year and try not drinking a beer for a year. Try not spending money on bullshit like on dead dates. Stop. Try that. Whatever money you spend on bullshit, throw it in a shoebox. In discipline. Throw it in a shoebox and put discipline on the box. And then check that box in 6 months. And be honest with yourself. Make that commitment to yourself. Understand money. Learn some money management. I'm not qualified to give that type of advice, but there are people, there are books where you could learn this stuff. And it's not high tech. Learn about investments. Learn about the market. And if you don't have the discipline to do that, learn how to just sock away money in a shoebox. COVID should have scared the shit out of a lot of people that's like, yo, you know what? I just made it by the skin of my teeth. I'm telling you, I don't know what this country would have did if they didn't tell the landlords, don't throw nobody out. That saved a lot of people. That saved a lot of people. A lot of people just, my job closed up because of COVID. What am I going to do? I have nothing. For New York was not as bad, but when I was looking at the news, there was food lines. I said, shit. I was extremely blessed during COVID. We didn't starve. My brother caught it. He's a corrections officer. He caught it first. There was no jab. There was nothing. I thought I was going to lose my brother, man. I had to go to the store for him, and I had just had surgery. But you should have learned from that. Exactly, King. Stop ordering food. Stop the Grubhub. Cook. Meal prep. You eat healthier anyway. So you see how health and wealth go hand in hand? That's what I'm talking about. This also ties in with your mind and reading. You ever considered furthering your vocabulary? You ever considered that? I know I was talking to brother Cali Enigma. He said he was going to learn a new language. I dig that idea. I want to, there's a few languages I want to learn. But on top of reading for self-improvement, you can further your vocabulary. I would say pick up a dictionary, but everything's online. Learn what words mean so you can use them in a sentence. Learn a new language. If that's not something you want to do, like I said, just turn on a lecture and just listen to how people use words. Improve how you speak. Try to stop cursing on a regular basis. It's work at that. When I talking boxing, I know it's difficult, but let me read to you what Malcolm X said. He said, a man curses because he doesn't have the words to say what's on his mind. Read it to you again. A man curses because he doesn't have the words to say what's on his mind. And I thought about that and I said, yo, how many people how many times it's been you? Oh man, what the F? What the fuck? How about this? You ever tried to explain something without using as a bridger word? Yeah, because see? Yeah, We've been conditioned. You know what the latest thing is? Listen to these girls talk. What do they always say? You probably hear it and don't even realize it. When you hear these women talk online or whatever, what do you hear them say a lot? Let me see who knows it. Because I've heard it. I've been listening to it. Thank you. There it is. And let me tell you how crazy it is. We used to clown, you know, the white girls in the 80s. We used to call them Valley girls. That's what they used to say. You know, now these sisters are doing it. I'm like, am I mishearing this? Is this just her? No. Well, I'm saying, like, I understand. You know, I called my boss and he was like, you know, I don't know, like, because I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my God, it's like, oh my God, like, oh. Yeah, Derek Gaines, yeah, Quiet Storm, bro. And you get suckered into it. Joker Nutty Nate, my brother, salute. And that super chat, he said, Pet Pack, salute. Big Drew work, man. I'm on the job, good brother. Joe Townsend said, I was dating this broke B, and while I was studying my coding, she was on IG scrolling. I knew it wasn't going to work. Bye. Oh, man. See what Dr. Mark said? Put all change in a jar and don't spend it. I saved $50,000 plus in 1 year, saving all the change, even on credit card, whatever is the difference from the dollar I save. Listen, my ex-girlfriend, her mother's ex-boyfriend used to come home with loose change. You know the big old jugs of water? When they were empty, he would just empty his pockets into that jug. She said, you want to see something? I said, what? Takes me in her mom's room. She said, look at that. There were like 14 jugs of change. No pennies, just change. Like 14 of them in the corner, that big old bedroom. And I said, that's Paul's? She said, yeah. I said, those are quarters, nickels, and dimes. It was 14 jugs of it, stacked neatly. I said, what the hell? Now think about it. The big old jugs of water, like the water coolers, like that's at some of y'all jobs. The Poland Spring big ones, filled to the rim with the caps on it with change. 14, I counted 14 of them. Do you have any concept how much money is in them? I said, damn. I said, how long you been doing this? She said, oh man, he only been doing this for 3 years. One jug, okay, 2 jugs, okay. But he had the jugs on the floor, then put a board, and then put other jugs there, and put another board, and had other jugs there. Paul comes home and said, yo man, that's a lot of change in there. What are you gonna do with it? He said, I don't know, eventually I'll make it to the bank. I said, damn. He easily had a few grand in change. One at a time, all he had to do was take that to the bank and say, yeah, man, count, you know. But this was the John Pounds, what up? This was the 90s. They didn't have those you know, you go to the bank, sometimes they got the change machines and you just got to dump the change in it and it counts it for you. Back then, you had to take that and you had to go to the bank and get penny rolls or quarter rolls or whatever. That's old school. Woo. Crazy stuff. But yeah, man, further your vocabulary. Learn a new language. Probably if you ain't got the patience for that, it's okay. But stop swearing. practice your speech. I practice, when I'm online, I'm talking like I'm talking to y'all on the street corner. I'm not even going to hold you. But in a professional setting, I sound like a completely different person. Some of y'all will be like, wait a minute, this is the same dude that be, screaming about boxing online? Yeah, it is. You have to wear multiple hats. A lot of you, how y'all are on the block is not how y'all behave in a professional setting. And that's perfectly fine. You have to be able to wear multiple hats. I know a lawyer hung out with us, grew up with us. When I saw him, when I heard him take a business call and I was laughing, he got off the phone. He said, nigga, what you laughing at? I said, man, you know why I'm laughing. I said, you sounded totally different on that phone. He said, yo, business. I said, I get it, man. But it's so funny because if your clients knew you like how I know you, if your clients heard you talking with us when we used to drink beers and eat hot wings and shit, they wouldn't even, he goes from, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, fuck that. This bitch, when I was in college, they had dick suck contest. Yo, hold on. Hello, Stephen Smith. How can I help you? It's like, what the fuck? What? Crazy, man. But you gotta wear multiple hats. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Derek, but I turn it off. You have to. You have to learn. You have to learn how to turn it off, man. So try to stop swearing as much. And it's when it becomes second nature, you gotta tone it down. You gotta tone it down. Especially if you got kids or grandkids. It's cool that your kids can see that, oh, okay, grandpop or pop, or your father is like, yeah, he has been there and done that. My kids see me interact with my friends and they see me get juvenile. I don't want them to think that I'm uptight. But sometimes it blows their mind when I have to buckle down and I show up to open school night just casual and I shake everyone. I'm not giving them pounds. What's funny is my kids go to school with my friends' kids. And we get to open school night, like my boy Ev, like, yo, what up? Y'all know each other? Yeah. We played ball way before y'all was even thought about. Didn't even know. He's like, yo, yeah, that's your kid? Like, yeah, that's yours? Yeah. And I'm looking, I was like, oh man, that is your son. It's crazy. See? And now how we talk to one another, when it's time to talk to the teacher, it's, good evening, how are you? So how are they doing in class? And kid asked me, she said, yeah, you talk like this 1 minute and then you talk different and I have to explain, it's like wearing multiple hats. How I talk with my friends is not how I conduct myself at my job. It's not how I conduct myself when I'm talking, when I'm talking business. How I goof around online and just talk like, because I don't want to be on here with a suit and tie. Although I like to dress, I'm just not doing it tonight. I don't want to be on here and, say, hey, how are you? I'm, so-and-so. No, I don't need to do that. I like to talk to you, be very casual, This channel is a different vibe from the other channel. It'll be a different vibe. On Bear Cave, it'll be a different vibe. You know what I mean? But I'm showing that you have to wear multiple hats, and it's not selling out. It's something that you need to do. You have to know how to turn things on and turn it off. There's a time to play around. There's a time to get serious. There's a time to curse. Trust me, there is. I'm just saying when it's in basic conversation, you have to tone it down. You have to tone it down. You have to tone it down. You understand? This is a very important part. Mate selection. Men, it is imperative that you protect your seed. Oh, John Pounds, they're everywhere in New York, brother. They're everywhere in New York. I got another one. Can go. Yeah. They're everywhere out here, boy. Now, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, mate selection. All right. Now listen to me. And I'm glad I can help Eric H. Mate selection is very important. You really have to protect your seed. You're an adult now, especially if you're up listening to me. All right. Now I take pride in telling you guys I don't know everything. I am not perfect by far. But I can tell you about me, the choices I've made. Now, I don't have any babies out of wedlock that I know about. But it comes a point in your life where you have to say, yo, look, man, some of you guys been playing Russian roulette, and a baby is the least of your worries. You know, some of you guys have slid up in something raw. Some of you guys have been banging and the bag pop and you don't care to check it. You just keep going. And it's like, listen, man. With everything going on out here, you know, you see what's going on in Houston. I mean, Houston, we have a problem. I mean, herpes is airborne out there. I don't know what's going on. But I need you guys to listen. You are responsible for your junk. You are responsible for it. All right. A woman can grape you, but she has to go through different lengths to accomplish that. So for the most part, you are responsible for yourself. I'm not telling y'all not to have premarital sex. I'm saying that it helps if you don't. But according to the facts, data, and statistics, there are men walking around at 30 years old that are virgins. And I know that there's a situation where, you know, women are clowning these men because they'd rather deal with porn than to deal with an actual woman. I was watching this video about men are having AI girlfriends now. We're in a time of crisis. This is a men versus women thing, and it's very sad. It's very sad. It's abnormal. But I need you men to realize, I need you men to understand this. You can't do anything with your junk. No one can make you do anything with your junk that you don't want to do. Seriously, under normal circumstances. I'm talking about normal circumstances. I'm not talking about guns to your head and nothing like that. Under normal circumstances, nobody can make you do anything with your junk that you don't want to do. Okay? We tell women that all the time. What, you're pregnant and then you had the baby and you knew this guy wasn't ish. Now what? You understand? So when I said read a book on self-improvement, one of the things you need to understand is that mate selection can make or break you. It's harder to find a mate nowadays, and someone that you can trust. Someone that won't, rob you of what you've accumulated. Very difficult, and I understand that. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Right? When I thought it was impossible, I was coming up in the 90s, y'all, and I thought the trade-off of me having a girlfriend was, just having to deal with her, the fact that she had a kid, because I swear to God, Every woman that I ran into had a child. The woman, the older chick, I was 19, 20, she was 41. She had a grown child. She had a grown child. Now I'm talking about young ladies my age had a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. And I thought that was just something. And then it was getting crazy as the years went by. I'm hanging with them. Yeah, so okay, here's the question. All right, I got a son. Um, how many kids you got? And I'm like, none. You lying? No, I don't have any kids. And first it was like, oh, okay. To a couple of years later, like, wait a minute, you ain't got no kids? What's wrong with you? It turned into that. And it's like, you know what? We're going to hell fast. And lo and behold, decades later, here we are. You got women saying, when you don't have kids, it's a red flag. You got 30-year-old men that are virgins. And when they're saying there's something wrong with them, they're saying, yo, we're protecting our seed. And John Pounds, don't apologize for having your passport. Don't apologize. You reserve the right to explore your options because things are crazy here. And I'm not saying it's impossible to find the right woman in America. I prefer you to find a woman in America, but you don't have to limit yourself here. You can explore your options. You reserve the right to explore your options. Okay? If I was a single man and I was childless, more than likely I'd be exploring my options. Right now, as we speak, I'd probably be talking to you from somewhere else. I definitely would explore my options. Yeah, Eric H, and that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but be very, very careful. When I came across my wife, I said to her, now it's like decades, like a decade or some change later, I'm like, all right, how many kids you got? She's like, I ain't got no kids. And I almost said, what's wrong with you? But I said, really? Oh. And I said it right then and there. I said, oh, fuck, I'm going to marry her. Ended up marrying her for real. Ain't that something? And now we have a family. I mean, look, fellas, your mate selection is so important. And men, you understand. I need you to understand this. This is very important. It's very, 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 very important. You know if you have a social disorder right now, you know that. You're not gonna get help listening to people on YouTube. All you're gonna find out is that there's gonna be things you hear people say that's gonna apply to you, and it's up to you to actually get some professional help. If you have a problem closing a deal with women, and that's been what's going on with you for the last 5 years or so, it's like, I can't close a deal. Maybe it's not the women, maybe it's you. And maybe you need to go talk to a coach and be honest. Men, I suggest you talk to a male coach. Do not talk to a female coach. Women, when I talk to you guys, talk to a male dating coach. So men, when you talk to that male dating coach, you tell them, yo, look, I'm doing this, and I'm striking out all over the place. And they will get to the bottom of your problem. Listen to it. Be open to the ideas. And take care of business. Say, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. Get to the root of the issue and listen to the counseling. And then execute what's going on. It's not going to happen overnight. But a lot of you men, you know when the problem is you. Is why I'm bringing that up. Do not think that because you're gameless here, you'll have all the game overseas. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to get gamed over there in a different manner. And it's going to hurt a lot worse. Because if you think the chicks are trifling here, what makes you think they're not trifling chicks over there? If you can't read a trifling chick here, what makes you think you're going to read it with what trifling is over there? You see, if you understand game here, you understand it worldwide. Y'all see the catfish shows? I saw this one show where this dude was sending this chick thousands of dollars, and then he snuck up on her ass in Germany somewhere. He said, yeah, did you get my last money? She was like, yes. He's like, yeah, well, guess what? Yeah, I'm outside. She was like, what? I'm outside. It's time for us to meet. After sending her money for like 3 years. It was crazy. She was caught trying to, first of all, I said that was probably a dude, but it wasn't a dude. They caught her ass trying to sneak out the back door of the building, and he ran up on her. It was crazy. It was really a chick. But I said, damn. So fellas, be honest with yourself. No matter where you go in the world, when you look in the mirror, you're still going to see yourself. Don't be on American soil saying, hey man, these women ain't ish. They're always after my money. And I don't like American women. And I don't like Latina women. And I don't like Black American women. And I don't like, whatever. So I'm going to get on the plane. I'm going to go to the Philippines. If these chicks see you a sucker here and you go to the Philippines, guess what? The Filipinos going to see you a sucker there. Now you're really going to be fucked up, because if you don't recognize game here, you ain't going to recognize game over there. You're going to get taken for a ride, man. So if you don't have no game, you don't have no etiquette, you don't know, let me keep it so simple for you. You don't know how to associate with a woman. It's okay. They have counselors for that. Go get help. Check yourself. And then enter the world, enter the dating market again, and then trial and error. And if it's still not working out, then go overseas. Because overseas, they don't know you. And now you can try it again. And hopefully you'll, find a mate. But explore your options, yes. But if you have no game here, you will not have game overseas. It's going to be worse for you. It's going to be worse for you. Learn. I need my brothers to get better. You know why I'm doing this show on Mondays? Because I want to remove all, especially this last one, finding a mate. The first thing I said is check yourself, fellas. I want to remove more of the excuses from these women that like to point the finger. My friends, my brothers, I need you to listen to what I have to say. Women are not your enemy. Do you understand? Women are not your enemy. These hoes are your enemy. These bands, it's an acronym. B-A-N. You know what it means. Those are your enemy. What we're doing is we're shifting through them to get to the real people. There are Black women on this soil that love us and wish to be married and want to do right by us as men. But you got to be willing to do the work. Because you could be a good dude, but if your teeth are jacked up, she's going to be like, oh, don't do that to the sister. Get your teeth fixed. Not everyone's a supermodel, but get your weight together. And if you're a little chunky or whatever, but she sees you going to the gym, and while y'all are talking, it's like, yeah, I got to get this weight down. Maybe she'll see that effort. Yeah, he is a little chubby. But every time I talk to him, every other day he's at the gym and he's eating a salad. He's passionate about it. He has drive. Maybe you'll find a woman that appreciate that. So that when she decides to cook a meal for you, She's assisting you with a healthy meal. Maybe she's a little overweight. And maybe when y'all do connect, she says, you know what? You're motivating me. What gym do you go to? Let's go together. You see what I just did? You see? But it's so difficult. And I know, fellas, it's so difficult to try and come to that arrangement and even believe that it exists. We see all the toxic stuff online. I get it. Sometimes it's not, you gotta understand, when men are making streams about these women, we're talking about those bad women. Spurgood, what up? We're talking about those bad women. When women are making streams about men, I need you to understand, I kind of what Cynthia G does is very dangerous, but I kind of laugh because A, she's a baby mama. B, she chose wrong. C, she's just lashing out because she chose wrong. And B, in D, everything she says does not apply to me. So it's actually comical. To call black men bandits, that definitely don't apply to me. And I came up with the female version of that, bandettes. My wife is not a bandette. My mother, my aunts, they're not bandettes. They all got degrees. They're not bandettes. And they were all wives. Cynthia G wasn't even a wife. There's nothing she can say to me. If we had a one-on-one conversation, I would just let her blow smoke. I would shut her down so fast. Like, yeah, how long was you married? Oh. Why didn't you marry your baby daddy? Oh. Damn. Where's your child right now? When you do these videos, where's your child right now? Oh. But what she has is a bunch of angry women that's made a lot of mistakes marching to her tune. That's dangerous. But guess what? It's also not productive. Now, come Wednesday, I'm going to review our good old friend Ebony K. Williams. By now, y'all have all seen it. Oh, Quiet Storm, you're right. And that's why I don't take her serious. Calling us bullet bags. Who is she really talking to? Who is she really talking to? Everything that she says, she's mad because she chose wrong. When she says bullet bag, she really wants her baby daddy to get shot and killed because she laid up a spread eagle for that man and thought that her kitty cat would change him, and it didn't. That's why I can't take her serious. You see, truth hurts. Which is why a lot of chicks that were mad at Kevin Samuels, because the truth was hurting them. Do you remember, and I know Quiet Storm, you probably was in the chat for this. Do you remember, Quiet Storm, wasn't you wrenched on Kevin Samuels' channel? I think you were. Anyway, who remembers the show when Kevin Samuels did the rating show where he said, I'm doing a show and I want women to call me up and ask for ratings? Do you remember that show? When he announced he was doing that show, I said, man, this is going to be a hell of a show because there's going to be a lot of cursing and screaming. And do you know that was the most pleasant show he ever did? Do you know why? Because every woman, Quiet Storm, you remember this show I'm talking about? Every woman that called up for a rating, guess what? They were fit, they were feminine, they were friendly, they weren't overweight, they were submissive. Y'all remember that? It was insane. I was listening to it like, there was not one argument. And I said, wait a minute, where's all the overweight chicks with the snatch waist, with the weaves and with the attitude? None of them called that show. None of them beamed in. Yeah, quite. Look. I was blown away. was blown away. I said, yo. When he announced he was doing that show, I said, yo, this is gonna be classic. There's gonna be so much funny shit going on there. Not one argument. He cooked on that live. If you can go to his channel, I think it's called Ratings or something. They're like 10 women. And he didn't put them on the screen, but he had it so he could see them on the Zoom. And here's another thing. All of them got 8s or 9s. Or 7s. But it was pleasant. I said, wow. And I'm like, what happened to all these chicks? What happened to all the hood chicks? Why didn't they? You know why? You know why? Because they were wrong and strong. Not one of them called in. You see what I'm talking about? You see? Oh yeah. Yeah, Kane, it was a peaceful show. You couldn't tell me it wasn't gonna be no smoke on that show. Ain't that strange? You know what that was? You know how I related that show to when the show ended? I said, you know what that's like? That's like a troll saying, yo, I'm in the Bronx, I'm gonna come see you. And he mentions the area that I frequent. I'm like, oh yeah. Yup. I'll be there in 5 minutes. And I go down there and I'm like, so, where's the smoke? It never came. That's how I felt. I said, wow, what happened to all these shit? I thought he was going to get bombarded by a bunch of 5'2", 205-pound linebackers screaming at him, asking for ratings. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. That was the day they should have did it, and they didn't do it. I said, this show is there's a lot of gems in Kevin Samuels that went right over your head. You remember the only Kevin Samuels review I did? When he talked to that kid, and he said, this is the problem with these red pill spaces. You remember that? I said, I don't know why no one reviewed this yet. This is crazy. This is a gem right here. Because here this young brother was, Tom, what up? This young brother was blaming his mother for everything, but the issue was his father. I said, nobody saw Kevin do this show. I remember this show like it was yesterday. No one remembers that. I had to look for it. When I finally found that, I said, this is it. This is the show that I wanted to do a reaction to. I don't do reactions like that, but I had to react to that. I had to. Oh, I know, Tom. I know. That's why that's what I'm saying. I don't take Cynthia G serious. She's an angry chick that is mad at herself for making a mistake. To call black men bullet bags, bandits. You're raising, I don't even know if she has a girl or a boy, but I know that girl or boy is fatherless. Well, we know who the father is, but she didn't marry him. She made a mistake. When that child becomes of a certain age, they're going to look at her body of work and say, well, question, mom. All the things that you say is wrong, you did with daddy. If it's a boy, what if he says, am I a bullet bag? No, because why? You raised me? Then why am I so mad? I want to meet the dude. You know what? No dude is taking Cynthia G seriously. But I bet you she's getting plowed, though. I don't even want to talk about Vivica A. Fox. She's still chasing 50 Cent. It's horrible now. It's ridiculous. As a matter of fact, didn't Kevin Samuels say Ebony K. Williams party of one? Didn't he say that? I know he said that. I did a short video about that. I said, oh shit, he said her back then. And now she's singing a different tune. That's why I brought up Kevin Samuels. She's singing a different tune now. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Now, I'm like, wait a minute. Did she just say these chicks need to be looking for a husband in college? Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
I swear to God, that man been saying that. I'm just gonna play clips this Wednesday about how this woman contradicted herself 8 ways to Sunday. It's like now these chicks turn around and they start quoting Kevin Samuels. It's like, wait a minute, this man said this like freaking 3 years ago. The man passed, y'all danced on his grave, and now y'all regurgitating everything that he said? Are you kidding me? And some of you niggas are doing the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute, Kevin Samuels said that. What are you kidding? Y'all are bugging the hell out, man. Which one, Quiet Storm? Which one? Eric Jordan, that super chat. He said Cynthia G is an embarrassment to the black community. She sure is. Which is why I don't take her seriously. Listen, she has too much makeup. Those are not her eyebrows. That's not her hair. And her voice is just annoying. Oh, this is it? That's it? Yup. That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, man. He's drinking that goddamn Red Bull, man. Fudge. Exactly, Ken. Kendra G, she ends up repeating everything. These chicks end up repeating everything this man said. Everything. Kendra G. Ebony K. Williams. Who's next? What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. Just give it a minute. That's the link right there. Watch that show. You couldn't tell me that wasn't a smoke show. I said, man, these fat bitches are gonna call up and they're gonna be on his bumper and he's gonna be not one argument. And those women took their ratings. Matter of fact, the women underrated themselves. A lot of them like, yeah, I think I'm a adjustable 6, I'm a 7. He says, nah, baby, you're an 8. And I'm like, man, he won't show. Yeah, Rebecca Lynn Pope. All of these women. Man, the odds are in our favor. Hence, Ebony K. Williams said there's more females in college than there are men. They outnumber the men. See? They're outnumbered. Yeah, Lisa Ray. Listen, I saw a picture of Lisa Ray. I think I screenshot it. With no makeup, and she's holding her newborn nephew. She's aging, and I say this respectfully, she's aging like a white person. Meaning, she's aging different. She got the stretch marks going here. She got the fucking Mr. Magoo chin going for herself now. She got makeup on. When you see her on TV, she's getting caked up. Stay blessed, Kofa. Yup. Yeah. Let me do that. Let me put this. That what I pinned right there, what Quiet Storm put up is pinned. That's the rating show that we was talking about. I just knew there was gonna be smoke in that show. None. That was brilliant work, man. Brilliant work. You in Hollywood, you on Story Ave? You by that 5 bus? Yes, sir. Yeah, Quiet Storm. He said, Ebony K. Williams, Party of One. That was his last live stream he ever did. That was when he said Party of One. Sheesh. I got that clip. It's a short video on my. I missed that brother, man. That brother was really a saint, man. He really did try and help. And you see, because now these women that were against him, they're regurgitating everything that he said now. And I'm wondering who's next. One minute they side with Ebony K. Williams. The next minute they mad at her. It's all coming full circle. Men, please be careful what you see. You know, if you have a problem dealing with women, it might not be the women if you've been striking out for years. All right? Go talk to a relationship expert and find out what you can fix. You might have to fix something physically. You might have to fix something speech-wise, mentally. If you broke, don't even listen. If you can't afford to court a woman, don't try. Get your money up, fellas. There are things we have options, y'all. We have options. Fix yourself and then court the woman. It's simple. Man, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta get up in the morning. I got things to do. No boxing tomorrow. I'll be back doing that on Wednesday, Pep Talk Wednesday. You already know what time it is. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat, man. Much love to all of you, man. I gotta uninstall all my stuff and then reinstall it because I don't get anything. Let me see. See? I don't even see anything. I know Philip D. Renton sent me a Cash App. Like, when was this? It's a few days ago. He said YouTube won't let me super chat. It's weird. Friday, man. Salute to you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Man, salute to y'all, man. I'm gonna get out of here. And fellas, man up, man. Let's remove the excuses from the last, because remember, y'all, these women that are haters, although they outnumber us, they're the last bit of haters. They're not the majority. The majority of us are working class and we're good people. The majority of them, well, y'all know the stats. Y'all know the stats. It's up to them to contradict the stats. But what we want to do is we want to push it further out of reach. Whatever the percentage is that are good, let's just say it's 60% of us that are good. Let's push it to 65, 70. Let's remove the excuses from them. In the next 2 to 5 years, let's look and say, yo, look, we've gotten better. We were good 5 years ago, but now look, y'all went from dating 10% pookies. Now there's only 5% pookies. We reformed 5% of the pookies. So we've done our job. What have y'all done? Y'all doubled up on that 5%? What's going on with y'all? Let's put it out of reach, y'all. Man, salute to everybody in Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, the Super Chat. I will see y'all Wednesday. Much love and appreciation to all of you, man. Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.